Scots Wildcamper, the wild camping channel for the great outdoors. I'm at the Killy Hills, just after, well, last time I looked 10 minutes, so it was just after 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30. It's a nice day, it's Thursday, I can't remember the date, mid-June, Thursday mid-June. I'll put it up on the screen. So I'm obviously doing my wee intro, and what I'm going to say is this will be the next video. That doesn't really make any sense to you, but this will be the next video that I put up. I've got a few videos, 3 anyway, to do. I'm going to put this one up because this should be a short one, so I'll put this one up next. Still get the part 2 of the last video I put up was last year, so I've got part 2 of that to do. I've got another wee camp up here with Nelson at the other side of the Kilpatrickhills, and then I've got this year's trip with John and Alan. That was 6 days. That'll be short because that was during the good weather in May, that beautiful weather, and we didn't really do much in terms of hiking. We enjoyed it, but it was really a relaxing trip. We were based on the bothy, that really nice bothy at Glenfeshie. I mean, I camped, Alan camped, John camped, except for one night. He stayed in the bothy the last night. So that's the plan of action. Just I think I'm going to head up to the Greenside Reservoir and then go up and swing round to the Black Loch and head up to the summit of that and camp there. I think Billy's going to come up later on. I think he's going to e-bike it up. He's going on a trip tomorrow. We were originally supposed to camp. This is supposed to be a camp for me and him, but he's doing a bike trip tomorrow somewhere, I think a couple of nights, so he's doing that tomorrow, so he'll just pop up. That's what he said. He usually does pop up when he says. So I'll see Billy later. Right, I've shot this area literally over 30 times, but I'll shoot a wee bit of footage obviously, and I'll just get the legs working again in the back. I forgot my knee straps, that's the only thing I'm a slight concern about. For some strange reason I totally forgot about my knee straps. It's the first time in years I'll not have any knee straps on, and I'm going uphill, no very high, but I'm going up and down, so I'll see how my knees get on. Right, I'll catch you later. There you go, up there, Greenside Reservoir, that's my first stopping point. I'll take 10 minutes up there. Right folks, from here, 3 main ways I can go that I've done quite a few times. Up the slacks, that's up there, up the slacks, walk along, back down to the Humphrey or continue on to Black Lynn. That's done that quite a few times, or walk around the reservoir and up one of the Duncombe's. You can maybe see them in the distance through the pilings. Right, I've camped on the middle one twice I think, and the large one I think maybe 2 or 3 times. I've never camped in the small one, but what I'm going to do, I think I've already said it, up there, hike up there, and then right the way around, basically back that way. So I'm doing a sort of horseshoe, and I'll end up in Jaw Reservoir, and then up from Jaw Reservoir I'll hike up to that, well, hill. I don't really call it a hill, I suppose it is a very small hill up the Black Loch. I was going to go to Lucifer's Loch, but Billy said it's bad for ticks. So Black Loch is just before Lucifer's Loch. So, and I'll get a better view. In fact, I don't really get a view for where I camp in Lucifer's Loch, but I'll get a view up at the top of that hill at Black Loch. Right, I'm just going to take 5 minutes because I'm feeling okay. Just going to have a few minutes and then I'll get on with it. Right, I'll catch you later. A steep bit this. Short and sharp and steep. A wee sweep of the reservoir. There's the Duncombe's I was talking about. You can see them now. That's the large one on the right and in the middle, and the small one you can just about make up. Right, a wee bit to go, not very much. That's nearly the high point, a wee bit further up. Right, let's get on with it. Right, I'm not sure if I head up there or I cut through there. To be fair, there's a lot of paths here. There's a lot of paths, there's a lot of forks in the paths. You can easily end up in another path. There is a multitude of paths. I know that from experience. I know you think, well, it's just the one path, but no, it forks, and if you just, turn your head away, which I've done before, you end up in a different path. I'll definitely get where I want to go. That's no problem. It's just trying to get there, doing the one path without detours and that. So head up in that direction. I know I always say it, but I'm going to say it again. It's great to get out. Right, where am I going? That looks the obvious path. You can see people be going up there as well. Let's take the hill. First sweep of the day. Scots Wildcamper sweep. Better than supermarket sweep. There's the first glimpse of Loch. So that's what I'm heading for. And the other half of it's Loch, and the other half's Jaw Reservoir. It's great to get anywhere out in the countryside, of course, but I really appreciate this area. Right, I'm not that. I've not got that far. I guess I've been hiking for about an hour and around 15 minutes, I think. It's hard to judge, as you know yourself. I might have another hour and a half. I'll have a wee stop at Jaw Reservoir, and then it's not very far to go to Black Loch for there. Here's a route ahead if you can make it out. Down up a wee bit, down up a bigger bit, and then swing round. That's about there. It's not aye. I think it's about there. Straight on for here. It doesn't look like I'm swinging round, but I need to swing round, and then I sort of swing round another wee bit the other direction. If that makes sense. I know where I'm going. That's the main thing, isn't it? Scots Wildcamper knows where he's going for a change. I think that's where I'll head. So I'll get breeze. The breeze is getting up a wee bit, so I don't think it's going to develop into a strong wind because I'm going to get full exposure up there. Right, I'll stop at Jaw Reservoir and get a roll. Yeah, I've got a roll and ham and cheese thyme out, an orange or easy peeler thing, and what else did I? And some water. That's it. That sounds good. I'm walking back a wee bit. I mean, the Kilpatrickhills is usually a bog fest, but it's been very dry. This is probably the driest I've ever seen it. But I reached a bit of a quagmire there, and I've not got my gaiters. I'm not walking through it. There's the other path down that way. Good stuff. I'm not really where I want to be. I think I've only been down here once before. That was because of I should be up there. I should be up there hiking along, and then you just hike. That's the path right along the reservoir. But because of the bog fest at that bit, I've came on this path. I don't ever remember being up that way. I see there's a couple of wee, well, it's not a path, but it looks like it's very faint. There's a bit more obvious there that maybe people have walked along that way. So I'm not sure. And look at the state of that. I don't really want to be walking through that either. I'm committed to going this way. Should be okay. Just going along the bank. It's not really a path, but worst case scenario, I'll need to head up there. But if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. But I'm not going back. I'm just along this way, or head up there. But I think I should be okay. Right, I'm getting there. So I wonder if I could just walk across there, and then go up that way, or go into Jaw. I think I might just walk across that bit. Right, I made it. It's actually not too bad. You know, it's not too bad, to be honest. I was thinking that way, but I've changed my mind. As I said, I'll just go this way. Now I'm here, Cocknell Loch, and that bit's Jaw Reservoir. And there's a shed that's seen better days. A bit like me. I'm not quite as bad as that yet. This is a pocket fishing bit. There's a fishing hut up there. I mean, you could camp. I wonder if that's alright for camping that wee bit. I'm not going to do it, obviously. I say to Billy Black Loch, so I'll be going there. Just have another wee look, folks. Nice. Yeah. Great stuff. Fishing by permit only. I'm going that way. That's the way I'm going. Don't know about the other way. I think you can go the other way as well, actually. I'll need to think about it now. I'll have a look when I get there. Right, I'm actually going the way I said I was going in the last bit of footage. No, I went the other way. So I'm heading this way. This looks the shortest, and not that I'm tired, to be honest. It's just the mind settling, just relaxing, getting something to eat. I've not had any of my rolls yet, unfortunately. You can because it's a fishing hut. It's not I'm saying it's fishermen, but because it's quite easy to get to. I've seen a bit of rubbish. First bit, really, to be fair. The first bit of rubbish that I've seen. I haven't really seen any rubbish. But there you go. I'll show you in a minute. I'm getting there. And a fire. Yeah, well, there you go. that's not too bad. I mean, I don't, well, I just don't make fires. I'm not being sort of trying to be, what's the word, sanctimonious about it, and I just don't bother. I've never bothered with fires, but, and it's, I don't have mixed feelings about fires. Mankind's been making fires for thousands of years to survive, but you don't really need them nowadays. But that is enjoyable, but that's ridiculous. That's a total, it looks like they've tried to have another fire. That's, I'm 100% against. When you go to a place and there's 15 fire pits, which I've been to places like that, and look at the rubbish. There's no defending that. Look at that. Yeah. So maybe part of the attract is a fire pit. So again, anyway, you should leave no trace. If you're going to have I was going to say that's a beachy, it's not really, but down there would have been maybe more acceptable for the fire pit. As I say, I wouldn't make a fire pit, but let's talk about reality. People are going to have fire pits, right? That's just the reality, but that's 3, I think. And that looked like another one. See, what was the sense of that? Just have one, and then if you're coming here, use that one. Don't waste the whole area. Certainly pick up your rubbish. That goes without saying, or should go without saying. Anyway, rant over. I'm through the wetlands here. Right, let's get on with it. Many times have I said that? I don't see a path up there. I'm obviously not going round that way. So I just need to make my own way up. Right folks, for the benefit of anyone watching, there is a sort of path. Just need to find it. Again, it's where people have walked up, but there is a sort of path. Right, and my target is up there. I'm sure that's what Billy means. Ah, that's the other side. So, I'm nearly there. Here's a better look. I'm not far to go. I'm nearly there. Good stuff. You can see they took down a hell of a lot of trees. Well, again, it's plantation, so that's a reality. Plantation trees. And there's that was my original target over there. That's where I was planning to head and have a wee 10-15 minutes, but nah, I'm no bother now about a stop. I'll just head up there and get set up. There you go. I was thinking, how am I going over that fence? Final push up there. I'm ready for a sit down. I think it's over, it's definitely over, I think it's 23. It's over 70 degrees. There you go. That's home for tonight. The Scarp 1. Brilliant tent. Scarp 1. I've got a wee bit away. Sunbathe or just have a rest on my wee ground sheet. I'll show you the views. There. You get a great view of, I can hear a motor vehicle. Anyway, what was I saying? You get a great view of Glasgow. Well, the cityscape. I'm trying to see if I can recognise. It's a good view of the urban sprawl anyway. And then here. Sounds like quads or motorbikes. Oh, wait a minute, I can see them. I think it's quads. So, right, there's the view there, and then you're looking into the proper, well, you're looking into the, one of the wilds there. There's Dumgoyne. So you just go, if you just went straight on for there, you'd head towards the Carbeth lodges, and that's you in the West Highland Way. But anyway, what a view. That's my, when I look at the tent, that's what I see. Brilliant. Right folks, that was 3 hours of hiking. That was about over 70, I think, or about that. It was a nice, it's a nice steady hike. Taking it nice and easy. Right, I've earned a wee sit down, and I've earned one or two rolls. I made up 4 rolls. No stove. Done that before up here, just made rolls and took a few bottles of water. So I've earned a wee rest. Right, I've showed you the view. It's a nice view, especially that way. Might not shoot any more footage until Billy comes up. I think that's Billy. No. Going the other way.
Hey mate, all the best, happy camping, God bless.
Okay.
Cheers bro. See you soon.
That's the 3rd and 4th person I've seen. I had 2 runners up about 20 minutes ago. That's the only 4 that's been up here. I forgot to film the runners. Well, they were, didn't want to shove a camera on the face. I asked the guys, I said, oh, I'm doing a wee vid, I'll get used and film. Right, the phone just went there. That might be Billy, because he seems to be an awful long time. That's nearly 2 hours. You know, I was quicker hiking it up. So I'll just go and check my phone. There's Billy there. He came up, he took the long way round. And that was him that I said in the video. I says, oh, that can't be Billy, he's away the wrong way. So that was Billy, but he just goes, he went the scenic route. He went the scenic route. Aye.
My bike was all muddy coming around the Cockney, so I went up on the fire road just so the mud would shoot away. So I went up to Lucifer's Loch,
right,
and then up the hill from the front. So, Eddie, tea or coffee? You can have a toffee nut latte, or you can have a tea.
A tea, but I said to you, I've not got a cup.
You've got a cup there.
Cheers, I even took a cup. Just get bottles of water. Tea, please.
A tea, please, Bob.
Aye.
Sugar?
Sugar, yes.
How many?
2 poisons.
Eh?
2 poison sugars for me.
Hey, midges with plenty of flies, eh?
Aye, the flies and wasp, whatever that is, stripy flies or whatever.
Aye, a nice night. You should have the night.
And there's his bike that's a fancy bike, e-bike. Yeah.
It still seems so fancy the new, I don't think. I think there's going to be a new motor very shortly.
Yeah.
It's disappointing. That motor's only, when was it changed? February? 4 or 5 months old.
Right.
600 miles, that's it.
Thanks Billy for my tea and my cake thing, cookie. And we'll try and get out. We've been saying that it's been quite a while since we've had a camp. It must be years, hasn't it?
It's been a long time. I just don't camp much now. I can't be bothered.
Aye.
Really, I'm usually adventures.
Just straight up and back down again.
Aye. I like getting home. I like doing it.
So I'm sort of the opposite, as you know. I like my tent getting.
But I've got a new quilt and a new mat to try, so
well,
we will get out. And I think maybe if we can go out in the next couple of weeks, we can go and finally do the
Loch Dockard we've been talking about. I think it's about 5 years we've been talking about it.
Probably more than that, Eddie.
Aye.
I would definitely maybe say maybe it might be near 10.
Aye.
Definitely near 10.
Right, mate.
Right, Ed.
Right. Bon voyage, mate.
I'll catch
Safe
up with you
travels.
later on, eh? Right, Eddie. See you later
See you
on.
later.
Right, Ed.
Right. There he is. How'd it take long on an e-bike? He's disappeared. It's just after 9 PM. I think I'm going to settle down. I never got much sleep actually last night. When I woke up I was thinking, oh, can I be bothered? But obviously I did, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did come. It's good. But it might hopefully I can catch up with some sleep. I'll probably be up early. I mean, that Glenfreshy trip, I was up at 5 AM nearly every morning. Anyway, that's it. I'll give you one last look. Why not? Right, folks. Nighty night. Morning, folks. 7:17 precisely. 7 AM. Been awake since just before 5 AM. I just sat in my tent though. I think it was can't get a bus at that time. I think the buses start at 6. I'm not sure. But anyway, no rush. It's a beautiful morning. Wee bit of midge action, but not too bad up here. Getting a wee breeze, but you know, I did feel them a bit. What a beautiful morning. I think it's going to be 26, so that's about 80 in Glasgow, Scotland. So it's going to be warm. I'm going to start getting ready and head back. You know, I've got a few things to do, mainly tidy the house up. Let my house go a wee bit the last, well, probably a few months. So I'll need to tidy it up. I'll give you another wee look. I know I've done it last night, but I'll show you a wee look at what I'm looking at, and then that'll probably, I'll say my goodbyes when I'm getting ready to go, and that'll be the video. That's Black Loch, right in front of you. There's Dumgoyne, the West Highland Way. That's the distillery. That bumpy bit straight on. A wee sort of bowl thing, shape, hill. That's Lucifer's Loch, straight ahead. And there's a cityscape. And there's Jaw Reservoir, that side, and Cocknell Loch, that side. Right folks, that'll do you here. Good stuff. Oh, fly right my eye. Right folks, that's me basically packed. Just got that ground sheet and the bottles to put away, and that's it. So the next trip, well, this video, as I said, this will be the next video, but then I've got 3 other videos to get done. So my next trip, it's either going to be with Stuart, Scottish Wanderer, or Billy, or I could maybe sneak in another solo next week, but I don't think so. I think I've got other things to get done next week. But anyway, it's been a great trip, and I'll see you for the next one.